So I rarely dabble in the VTuber news, mostly because it's and really cringe. There's two extremes from what I've seen. Either a very left extreme or a very right extreme, and that's never really good. Because overall, it ends in cringe. And this seems to be no different. It is essentially the left versus the right again. Every time. See, this it's gonna keep happening, and it's gonna keep the anti-SJW grifters in business. Keep that in mind. But that is life. So let's get into the person being targeted, so to speak. Controversy and situation is kind of pretty straightforward and dumb. The rainbow alphabet people think that Kirsch is racist, or, all the other stupid terms. The terms that got the Democrats to lose the election, and now they're having mental breakdowns on the regular, while other leftist content creators are just grifting a bunch of money off of President Trump's name. They were crying about Kirsch being racist and whatever. Here's the dealio, guys, okay? And you need to understand this. They most likely probably are, or they're just hamming it up for their audience. And you need to understand that it doesn't matter. And you need to understand that you're gonna lose. You can only do this song and dance so many times before you realize what's gonna happen before it even happens. I call it Sen vision. And you guys should try it sometime. So let me tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna have like a bunch of these rainbow people on the left. They're gonna gather together and essentially try to get Gamersupps to drop this person, and maybe there'll be like one Hassan Piker wannabe that's gonna take a stand in this whole thing and be like, I want a distance from Gamersupps because they have a Nazi, a literal Nazi, partnering with them. And then what's gonna come of that is you're gonna make Kirsch more popular because people are gonna be like, oh my god, this person's being attacked. And then you're gonna have good PR men like, hey, what's up guys, Reb here, doing all these little good PR, positive bullshit spins, and then you're gonna have cringy ass shit like this. I swear to god, I read this and I felt like I died on the inside a little bit. First of all, the whole cringe thing with like, e-celebs usually do this thing because they ego trip and shit. So Kirsch puts like a replica of her and Donald Trump. I always never really understood the lolicons liking Trump because Trump thinks you're like disgusting, abhorrent. Like, you do know Trump thinks lolicon is as disgusting as illegal immigrants, right? So I really never understood why lolicons really got behind Trump in the first place. It's kind of like with the whole like people that have like illegal immigrant spouses that decide to vote for Trump, and then they're like, oh, he's taking away my husband or wife. It's like, yeah, what the hell did you think was gonna happen, you know? Ay, god damn. But yeah, I never understood why lolicons like Trump. I mean, he just kind of thinks you're disgusting. But anyway, Kirsch does this thing where they're like comparing themselves to Trump because that's based and cool, I guess. Whatever. And then people are saying that Kirsch is an indie VTuber fighting against the WEF and globalists. That is... How much time do you spend online? She's under attack by rabid leftists and the Rainbow Mafia. Well, that part is pretty true, and those people are pretty shit. So give her a follow. You might just be surprised if you ever checked out. See, this is what I mean. So the leftists, in trying to quote-unquote cancel, which is stupid, by the way. Anytime a right-winger or a rightist, a righty, tries to act like they're getting canceled is retarded, because you can't get canceled unless you let yourself being canceled. You should be honest and be like, I'm going to use this to make myself look like a victim to get positive PR points, because that's essentially what it is, and that's essentially what happened. So again, the leftists though, and the fucking Rainbow Mafia are always so fucking stupid and hell-bent and emotional in their stupid little ways that they're gonna think they're actually gonna do something with this. I mean, maybe Gamersupps will drop them, maybe there's gonna be something minuscule done, but overall, like, the pros far outweigh the cons, you know, in my opinion. Again, like, is Kirsch a Nazi? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think that term's been watered down. I think they have like a that cringe, edgy, right-winging, you know, let's grift the audience kind of ideology that I had, like, fuck, how many years ago? I mean, I guess 7 years ago. Like, I did coin the term, you know, you made me racist to some, like, to this 30-year-old, like, Arab guy that was mad at me for memeing on him and his brother. So, you know, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Old man said, you know, me 25 doesn't really feel like partaking so much in the cringe anymore. This is kind of dumb. Apparently, Vice, you know, the ones famous for making the Lolicon pedo documentary that got a lot of people, like, upset, and, you know, and by people I mean, like, Reb's community. And when Reb just went ahead and was like, hey, what's up, guys? Reb here. I'm going to tell you why Lolicon is fine, and I'm going to skip over the parts that might destroy my narrative. So, yeah, Vice essentially had been branded a lefty conglomerate after that because they didn't like Lolicon. So that happened. Vice decided to make an article against Kirsche, and what you thought would happen, happened. Apparently, it's leftist shit. But I gotta say, though, this whole thing is like, why is this Gamersupps VTuber pushing the Great Replacement Theory? Look, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I don't spend enough time online to know or give a shit. What I'm gonna assume is it's some edgy or weird right-wing bullshit where, like, I don't know, we hate the brown people bullshit. I'm gonna assume that's what it is. Listen, man, like, again, you gotta understand the time and the era. It's almost like these people need to read the fucking room, the atmosphere, so to speak. We live in an age where that is socially acceptable and people love it, alright? To make a comparison to a completely different subject matter, WWE. So wrestling, alright, used to have this traditional good guy versus bad guy dynamic. And you would ordinarily cheer the good guy while booing the bad guy. Now things are so scuffed, just like in real life, that the bad guys get cheered for doing bad things while the good guys get booed for being bland and boring. Or sometimes obnoxious and too cookie cutter. Again, it's not very hard to figure this out. Now I don't really blame people for thinking Trump is gonna get 4 more years, or that he should, or that the Republicans are gonna hold the Congress for the next foreseeable future, because yeah, these leftist Democrats are not fucking getting it. Again, just because I'm going to joke on the right because goddamn new MAGA is fucking stupid as shit and grifty as fuck, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go ahead and say that the left is any better, because no, they are getting progressively worse, dare I say. I am a centrist, S-E-N-T-R-I-S-T. We're gonna go over a couple of Kirsche's little controversies real quick. Okay, it's time to get professional. So, Kirsche Verstahl is a VTuber known for her conservative and politically outspoken content. They have been in several controversies, primarily due to her views and actions, which have sparked debates within the VTuber community and beyond. So apparently Off-Kai Expo blacklisting on May 2024, Kirsche was banned from participating in a panel at Off-Kai Expo, one of the largest VTuber conventions in the Western world. The convention cited her as polarizing. Whoa, buddy. Well, you can't be that polarizing. Comments on social media, specifically tweets about the pronoun discourse, of course, can't be doing that. And diversity, equality, DEI bullshit, basically, okay? So Rainbow and DEI is getting this person essentially blacklisted from an expo, which is, again, kind of like, I'm gonna point this out, it kind of proves what I was saying too, like, anime has kind of been pussy whipped as well. I mean, they always kind of were, and you gotta figure, I mean, weebs, they look up the chibi reviews, all right? That's if you look up the chibi reviews, you can't really expect much in the first place, right? Like, if you had a splinter in your toe, you'd probably have a mental breakdown, all right? And additionally, if you think that it's normal for a waifu you know, tab a man's voice like Reb, you're probably not far off from the LGBT yourself. Let's be real here. So then we move on to the almighty March 2025, where there's allegations of transphobia. Oh my god, shit. So posts on X accuse Kirsche of transphobia, especially for referring to trans woman activists as auto whatever, can't say that on YouTube, apologizing to a follower for correctly gendering a true woman. These statements were seen as derogatory and offensive by some. Alright, hot take. Offend away, to be honest. Fuck you. Fuck your feelings. Offend. Alright? Just offend other people. Alright? Literally, offend other people. I think that, like, for all the shit that I meme on Trump sometimes, and I meme on Elon and shit, and some of the fucking stupidity of the current administration and shit. Honestly, at this point, I'm still seeing it as like they will never be as bad as the left. Still, like, you can make all the memes you want, and some of them are gonna land, some of them are not. But like, at the ending of the day, as a bear would say, they're never gonna be as bad as the left. I'm sorry. I'm staying by that. After everything I've seen, I kept an open mind, okay? Alright? I got taken over by the Ricada mind virus so much, alright? I was exploring these wild parts. Kirsche defenders viewed these accusations as overreactions and misinterpretations of her intent, which I can't lie, probably were. Alright? We already know how sensitive the left could be. We already know how annoying they can be. So let's see what else. On April 2025, the association with the alt-right and the Nazi imagery. The Kirsche faced a criticism after retweeting a fan, Senchu Mimikyu, who posed with a Kirsche Yuchuzu plushie along a collection of the fascist books, including works from a white nationalist publisher. So this incident raised questions about whether Kirsche was aware of the imagery and implications. How about not giving a shit? Like, honestly, like, I get it, but at the same time, who the fuck cares? Really? Again, you're only making Sen right again by, you know, when Sen says the anime community is full of fucking pussies, well, this kind of just proves it, doesn't it? Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Who actually fucking cares, bro? Like, some VTubers and fans debated her knowledge of the fascist symbols. No! What? Who cares? Who fucking cares? Who really fucking cares? Anyway, it's the support for the controversial causes and figures. So Kirsche has openly supported causes associated with the conservative and alt-right sentiments such as Gamergate 2 and the website Kiwi Farms. I mean, I guess you can maybe, like, I don't know. I want to say that I can see what they're talking about, but at the same time, it's like, this is so dumb. It's just basically people that are shit posters and shitters and just don't give a shit are always going to be looked at as, for some reason, conservatives and alt-rights. Like, which is really fucking stupid. It just means that they just don't fucking care as much. At least that's my excuse. I just don't fucking care as much, man. I really don't, alright? Alright? I don't feel like going out of my way to defend these people, but I do not feel like going out of my way to, like, be like, bad right-winger, bad. It's like, I mean, if there's a video to make fun of one, sure, like Elon, maybe. Although Elon isn't even a right-winger, he's just a fucking idiot. So, I don't know. I mean, personally, I've seen some weebs, like, how bad feel they with Kiwi Farms and be like, it's such an evil site. But I'm just like, I don't really think it is, and I don't really care. It's just a bunch of fucking people who just don't give a shit. And might be a little morally gray, alright? Maybe a little fucked in the head, but a lot of people that are meeting that criteria, especially now. I mean, ask the people burning Teslas. We're in a righteous cause, and we're gonna burn a bunch of Teslas down. That's how we prove we're good people. We're above you. Jesus Christ. Trump is getting another 4 years. All right, let's be real here. Then I got the artist commission dispute in April 2024. Kirsche publicly criticized an artist for a 4-year delay in completing her model. accusing them of unprofessionalism and hypocrisy for posting or opposing AI art while failing to deliver on the commission. Also called out the artists for allegedly taking additional commissions while behind existing projects. I'm sorry, this rant sparked a debate about accountability in the art community, with some supporting Kirsche's call for professionalism and others arguing that she mishandled the situation by not getting clear guidelines or canceling the commission earlier. You know, sure, there's going to be some very critical, logical thinkers out there that are going to think this is a big deal. All right. Unfortunately, that's not me. Literally just Medicare Leafy here. Don't fucking care. Good on Kirsche. Keep bitching or keep ranting or fighting the good fight. Who cares? Critics suggested that her frustration was partly her own fault for choosing an inexperienced or underpriced artist. Some viewed her broader complaints as unfairly generalizing the art community. Hey man, generalizations happen. Again, look at the current day atmosphere of the world and tell me generalizations don't happen. The left fucking do it all the time to the right do it to the left all the fucking time. There's never going to be a time where generalizations don't fucking happen. It's always gonna happen, you better get used to it. So anyway, blah blah blah, humor, political bullshit. There's something called the broader context and impact, okay? So let's see what this has to do. So Kirsche's controversy stemmed largely from her unapologetic conservative views, which clash with the VTubers community's generally inclusive and apolitical ethos. Her actions, such as retweeting problematic content, criticizing progressive ideals, and the support of contentious causes, have made her a polarizing figure. While she has a dedicated fan base of over blah 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 blah, her behavior has strained relationships with sponsors like Gamersupps and led to professional repercussions like the Off-Guy ban. You know, I don't know. I thought this was Trump's America. I thought the lefties were gonna fuck off now and shit, but I guess that hasn't. We just haven't reached that point, pals. The debates around Kirsche's highlight ongoing tensions in VTubing about political expressions, community standards, and the balance between free speech and inclusivity. Critics argue that she amplified harmful ideologies, while supporters view her as a victim of cancel culture. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Not really a fan of this person. Not really a fan of Kirsche because, one, I don't fuck with the VTubers. Two, they cried about fucking Opera GX dunking on Grums of all people. And three, if they're actually crying cancel culture bullshit like Grums does on a regular basis, then they're pretty much a bitch, just like the left as well. But if you were to choose, or if I were to choose in this instance, I'm sorry. In this instance, the lesser of two evils, the lesser of two annoyances, more to the point, I would have to say go with Kirsche. To be honest, like the fucking left and the rainbow people are just very obnoxious and very annoying with this shit. It doesn't look like they've changed at all. In regards to Kirsche liking Lolly and approving of it with Pippa, well, you know, as I've said before, Lolly is the gateway to pedophilia, so use responsibly, guys. Oh, that's all I have for this video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. And remember, don't be a retard.